Okay. Welcome to our reporters and welcome to all who are listening on our YouTube live stream. I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving holiday. We at Northern Vermont University have some wonderful news to share and look forward to celebrating this historic moment with you. We will have 4 speakers today. After their remarks, we'll take questions from the press. If you have any questions during the conference, please feel free to type your name and news outlet into the chat, and I will call on you during the Q&A portion of this event. Everyone has been muted, so just a reminder that you need to unmute yourself before speaking. And now I'd like to welcome Northern Vermont University President Elaine Collins.
Thank you, Sylvia. Today, we are thrilled to announce that NVU has received a gift of $3.5 million from the Valade family, Mark and Molly Valade. Mark currently serves as chairman and CEO of Carhartt and is a graduate of NVU Linden. This is truly a transformational gift for us. It will help to ensure NVU's bright future by providing our students with access to academic, high-impact education across Northern Vermont. This generous gift provides the seed funding to help us build our NVU learning and working community. You will recall that the learning and working community is a partnership between NVU and local businesses and organizations throughout Northern Vermont to provide hands-on learning opportunities for students. These partnerships drive entrepreneurship, innovation, and professional development, encouraging our students to stay in Vermont while also helping to meet our state's workforce needs. Across my career, I've met a lot of people, but the Valade family truly stands out to me as special. And let me tell you why. In my recent conversation with Mark Valade, I was struck by how he's always so committed to his roots, to his community, and to fostering access to education in the communities where he lives. He truly cares about this access and making education available to our region across the north. And his love for his community has always shown through generous gifts that he's made to NVU, to his support throughout Hurricane Irene, and now with this generous gift of $3.5 million. In our conversation, Mark shared his hope that this gift will inspire others to follow in his footsteps and give what they can to support NVU. I'll now invite our Chancellor of the Vermont State College System, Sophie Zadatny, to say a few words.
So on behalf of the Vermont State Colleges system, I too want to extend our sincere thanks to the Valade family for this truly transformative gift. I think it speaks to the talent and dedication of the NVU faculty and staff, and this gift is the largest private gift ever received by the Vermont State Colleges system. With this gift, NVU will be able to develop an effective learning and working community program and better meet the emerging and future needs of our students. With this program, NVU will align academic degree and certificate programs to provide pathways for lifelong learning. They'll develop on and off ramps that include certification and associate's, bachelor's, and master's degrees, as well as mid-career skills certificates as students pursue their interests, careers, and education. By making work experience available to students throughout the university and within the curriculum, students will be able to earn while they learn, thereby reducing the cost of earning a college degree. This unique program will attract and retain students and continue NVU's vital role in further supporting the development of a thriving economy for Northern Vermont. It's now my pleasure to introduce you to Northeastern Vermont Regional Hospital CEO and Vermont State Colleges System Trustee, Sean Tester.
Thank you, Sophie. The Valade family's dedication and ongoing support of NVU and the Northeast Kingdom is reflected in this gift as it touches so many within our community. Mark's own experience at Linden was instrumental in his first partnership in business at the Darien Inn restaurant in East Burke, and to his future success in business. With entrepreneurial vision, determination, and skills learned right here at Linden, Mark has been successful in the international business community. Mark's and Molly's understanding of just how important the NVU learning and working community is to both students and to our economy moves me and inspires me. One of the biggest challenges facing Northeastern Vermont Regional Hospital and many businesses within Vermont is our current and future workforce. The Vermont State Colleges, and especially NVU, play a vital role in filling these essential positions. At NVRH alone, we currently employ 37 NVU Linden graduates, 24 Castleton State graduates, 3 Johnson State graduates, 15 CCV graduates, and 40 Vermont Tech graduates. That's a total of 119 staff, 53 of them nurses, out of a workforce of just over 600 people. Many of these people grew up here in our communities, but many more moved to the area for college and decided to make their home here after college. These numbers highlight just how dependent our local healthcare system is on the Vermont State College system to grow and support our workforce. This gift will help ensure that NVU can further strengthen its connections with Vermont employers and continue to create a well-trained and educated workforce for generations to come. The Vlade family also understands that NVU is more than just an educational organization. It is an anchor institution underpinning our local economy, as well as enhancing our quality of life. It's a concert venue and a training resource. The students who attend our campuses contribute to the vitality of our downtowns, as well as our recreational endeavors in the area. NVU is woven into the very fabric of Northern Vermont. By helping to create NVU's learning and working community, the Vlade family will help thousands more NVU students gain critical business and thinking skills. On behalf of our community, thank you, Mark and Molly, for your support of Northern Vermont University. Now I'd like to welcome NVU student Monique Brochu, class of 2021.
Thank you, Sam. Based on what has been said about the Vlade family, I think that we share a lot of the same feelings about NVU. I chose NVU so I could pursue my triple major in early childhood education, elementary education, and special education. I chose NVU because it is in Vermont. It is close to home and my family's not far away. I chose NVU because the faculty and staff here are the best. They are so nice, and you get that one-on-one time, which is so important to me and many other students. For me and so many other students on this campus, we wanted that close-knit, supportive environment, and NVU really does provide that for us. So I want to personally thank the Vlade family for this generous gift, because it will directly impact education for students generations to come. So thank you.
Thank you, Monique. And thank you, Chancellor Zadatny, President Collins, and Sean Tester. I'm so glad you could be part of this historic moment for Northern Vermont University. Now I'd like to open it up to questions from the press, starting in the order in the chat. Just a reminder, everyone, please unmute yourself when I call your name. Any questions from the press? Peter Hirschfeld from VPR.
To what extent, if at all, will this gift relieve some of the financial pressure that the college system has been trying to find a way to navigate through?
My belief is that it will help to relieve some pressure just by having the ability to market ourselves in a slightly different way. We have a bright future with our learning and working community. And given that one of the main concerns for us is high tuition for students. I think that if we can start removing that pressure on our students, we will be able to attract more, and hence that attraction of additional students will lower the pressure on NVU.
Lola Dufert from VT Digger. Sorry on that pronunciation.
That's fine. Thanks very much. I'm hoping that you could talk in really concrete terms about the kinds of things that this money will pay for. It sounds like one of them will be, you know, helping put downward pressure on the cost to students. So yeah, just anything kind of explicit about supports you plan to put in place, or you know, scholarships, etc. Just hoping for more details on that.
Well, the main thing is hoping to pay for high impact types of activities for students. So for example, academic internships would fall under that umbrella, to pay for curriculum development of non-credit and credits bearing certificates that are needed within our communities, hopefully paying the tuition for those, embedding, and this for me is the most important for our students. What I've really noticed across the time I've been here is that students, they love their time in college, but sometimes they have a hard time with the year directly after college. So what this is able to do is we are looking to embed more of an opportunity for students to experience career-based curriculum and experiences throughout the 4 years, so that that transition isn't so rough coming out of their senior year at college.
So would this help pay for, I don't know, internships?
Internships, any kind of co-curricular activities, right? That's what we're looking to do.
Okay, thank you.
Stuart Ledbetter.
Hi there. Thanks, Sylvia. Can you remind us, will you get the money all at once? How quickly? Current enrollment numbers at each campus, please, and tell us a little bit about the donors.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the question.
Can you hear me, Elaine?
I can hear you. I got the last part of it. The first part was kind of muffled.
Okay, sorry. It's a little noisy here. Current enrollment figures at Johnson and Linden. Will you get the money all at once, or is it staggered over a period of time? And tell us a little bit about the donors.
Okay. The enrollment figures are currently changing all the time. All right. So what I would urge you to do is go back and take a look at the October 15th numbers that are in all of our reports. Those would be the best ones that would be indicative of where we ended up this fall. What I can tell you about the money is it is a gift that spans 3 years. So it is not coming all at once. It will be portioned across those 3 years. And about the donors, what I can tell you is that they have been long-term donors for NVU, that, like I said in my remarks, they have an amazing spirit for community development. They're particularly interested in investing in gifts that will keep on giving. That's really, I guess, in my mind, what stands out. So they look for investments that will give back to their community, as well as, like Monique said, give to generations for years to come.
Now we have Alexandra Huff from the Linden Critic.
Hi, thank you. 2 questions. Was this gift given with a specific purpose? Was it specifically told by the donors to go towards these new high impact development programs, or is that something that the NVU executive team has decided to put this money towards?
Yeah, that's a good question, Alexandra. No, actually, in in stewardship of donors, it's frequent that we call them and talk to them about just where the college is going in general. So as we have spoken to donors that we have access to, what became evident in a number of donors, not only the Valade family, but in donors, is that they started getting very excited about this concept that we were pivoting to, the learning and working community. So this gift was made to seed that effort, but it is specific to the learning and working community. It was not suggested by us.
Okay, and then my second question, do you think announcing this large gift the day before Giving Tuesday is going to affect the rest of the donations Northern Vermont University or even the Vermont State Colleges system might see in total, either negatively, positively, just no effect whatsoever? What are your predictions there?
That's an interesting question. I never would have even come up with that question, Alex. Let me see. My hope is, as I mentioned, that this gift is going to be seen as a lead gift, and people will be moved through the Valade family's confidence and also their participation in helping us shape the vision together as partners moving forward, and join in on that effort, because we're only as good as all of us are together. And if we can get more participation and more interest and more excitement going, then our future is guaranteed.
Okay, thank you so much.
Do we have any other questions from the media?
Lola has a question, Sylvia.
Lola?
Hi, thanks again. You know, I don't need to tell you guys that NVU faced an existential threat question this year with the pandemic, and also just, you know, the demographic problems that have plagued Vermont, but most acutely the Northeast Kingdom, and colleges in general, et cetera, et cetera. A legislative select committee is, you know, preparing to release a report with recommendations about what to do about the Vermont State Colleges system. Do you hope that this donation, you know, acts as an important kind of vote of confidence of the institution and helps encourage state leaders, frankly, to also invest in the Vermont State Colleges?
Chancellor Zadotny, I'll pass that one to you.
Yes, so thank you, Lola. We do think it does express faith and confidence in the Northern Vermont University as well as the system as a whole. We really play a very important role in the state. And again, as President Collins has alluded to, I think the learning and working communities concept is an excellent one. It really fills the niche that we seek to have here in Vermont. So I do think having this kind of support from donors and alums, it sends a very important signal at this time to both to the legislature and to Vermont as a whole as to what we can do and how important we are.
Right. And also just one more follow-up question, if that's okay. All right. You know, the state colleges have not historically, or at least this is my impression, please correct me if I'm wrong, but the Vermont State Colleges have not historically kind of aggressively fundraised the way that a lot of colleges do, the way that UVM, for example, does. You know, is this something that you will be pursuing more as a set of institutions, right? Will you be pursuing more philanthropy, more big donors as a way to support the institution?
I would just say, I mean, I would let the folks from NVU answer as well, but I do believe that our colleges do engage in fundraising. I think a lot of the students that we serve, you know, we don't serve the Bill Gates and the folks that are able to write us, you know, multi-million-dollar checks. So this is very significant to get a gift of this size. And as noted, this is, we believe to be the largest gift that's been received by the Vermont State Colleges, but I wouldn't want to suggest that our colleges are not actively, seeking philanthropic gifts. I believe they do on an ongoing basis.
Right. Yeah, I didn't want to imply that you guys don't do this at all, but it the amount of money that you receive for philanthropy has not historically been a large part of, operating budgets, and hasn't kind of been built into the assumptions about the business model. And yes, I mean, you serve a different demographic, so. But I was just wondering if, anyways, that's all.
Any additional questions? All right. Well, I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone for attending. And I'd also ask you, as we celebrate Giving Tuesday tomorrow, please, all who are listening, consider honoring Mark's wish that this gift will inspire others to follow in his footsteps and give what they can to support NVU. A recording of this press conference has been made and will be available on our website at northernvermont.edu. Thank you all for attending.